All right. So for our career intervention project, proposal project, we had the college university population, and we focused on first generation college students at Ramapo College. We would like to begin by introducing ourselves.
My name is Ava Lisi.
I'm Manny Beach.
I'm Carla Thomas.
And I'm Rosemary Barros. So we'd like to just jump right into it and start by giving you a population description. So our population is first generation college students. And just to give you a little bit of background of what that is, it's individuals whose parents did not complete a four-year college or university or are not currently enrolled in a college or university. Ramapo College of New Jersey is located in Mahwah, New Jersey, which is in Northeast New Jersey. And Mahwah Township is a suburban area made up of upper to middle class, with the majority of the population being white. So first generation college students, we are going to use the acronym FGCS. So you'll see that during our presentation. The population we intend on focusing on is the FGCS, and who are enrolled in the EOF program at Ramapo College. The EOF program stands for Educational Opportunity Fund, and it's a program designed to provide students who are generally from educationally underserved areas with lower SES, socioeconomic status, some financial and educational support to attend higher education and higher education colleges and universities. This program affords students of diverse backgrounds the opportunity to attend Ramapo. The EOF program provides students additional supports to foster growth and aid in academic and career development. So we wanted to provide some statistics, and the most recently we can get was in 2021. This program consists of approximately 65% female, 35% male, 45% Latinx, 30% Black, 20% Asian, and 5% white, There's also a large Christian and Islamic population within the EOF program. Some strengths and resources. So the diversity of first generation college students enrolled in the EOF program at Ramapo is definitely one of the internal strengths that they have to offer, especially when choosing majors and careers and entering the workforce due to their diversity and of perspectives and experiences. This population of students is persistent and resilient in the face of adversity. And this is definitely what makes them good candidates for such a program. Some limitations of this population is the family support. They lack family support due to the uncertainty of college experience, due to the unfamiliarity of the college experience and the factors that go along with successful college development. These students also struggle with a lack of belonging, sense of belonging due to their intersectionality of their marginalized identities, since they have so many different identities. FGCS student, I'm just gonna say, first generation college students feel as they're just a number on campus, and that influences their sense of belonging. Students may feel disconnected to academics and the social experiences due to that lack of familiarity that other students may have. Another thing is that first generation college students at Ramapo may also feel imposter syndrome regarding their use of vocabulary, as they may not sound up to par in comparison to their affluent peers. So students of diverse backgrounds have a little bit of difference in experience. So they have a different experience when it comes to language. So that's something that some students struggle with. And their access to networking opportunities are limited. There are some students that enter college with a plethora of networking opportunities and connections. Our students within this program are very limited in that. And lastly, we just wanted to mention the values and beliefs. Most of these students come in the EOF program come from collectivist cultures, which puts the needs of the groups before the needs of the individual. And with consideration to this, many first generation college families put a high value on career fields, on certain career fields and majors because of higher prestige and stability than others. In turn, the view of collectivism puts a need to be successful to provide a sense of stability and achievement within their cultural groups. Next, we would like to speak about the rationale and justification for such a program. So these are the career needs, concerns, and difficulties of first-generation college students at Ramapo College. So they have an undeveloped career interests and choices. So their lack of exposure and awareness of different career paths leads to an underdeveloped sense of career goals and direction on how to reach them. So they're very limited in what they know and understand. So we'll talk about it later, what we plan to do to address this. And they have limiting learning experiences. So they lack the lack of social capital and professional network, the low sense of belonging and imposter syndrome have affected their ability to gain experiences in a variety of career paths. So like we mentioned before, they're very limited in what they know and what they've been exposed to. So this, the reason for this programming is due to these reasons. So our program is designed with the social cognitive career theory in mind. The social cognitive career theory is a learning theory that focuses on the triadic relationship between person, behavior, and environment. And first generation college students at Ramapo College experience career-related issues pertaining to contextual barriers, self-concept, development of career choices. Those are the major three. Social cognitive career theory, which stands for acronym CSCCT, focuses on the triadic reciprocal among people and their behaviors and their environment in order to understand a person's interests, their choices, and performance. This theory focuses on personal values such as self-efficacy, outcome expectations, and performance goals, and contextual factors, both in early life, which are distal factors, and present day, which are proximal factors. So cognitively, we wanted to speak a little bit more on self-efficacy. So first generation college students at Ramapo are impacted by their lack of experience in certain skill sets and their belief in their own ability in different skills. Regarding career aspirations and paths, the retention rate for some first generation college students, let's say within the nursing program, are low, as they're not prepared to take on such rigorous coursework and have not developed the necessary study habits needed to excel in that discipline. So we are hoping that our program addresses these kind of barriers that our students are experiencing. So self-concept, just expand a little bit more on that. They have a lack of understanding of their strengths when it comes to their skills and abilities, and a lack of awareness of what they are good at, things that they may just not have been exposed to. So as a result, this impacts their self-concept and leads to a lack of self-confidence and feeling inadequate compared to their non-first generation college peers. And they also, another factor that we considered was they observe their parents' financial struggles and they see them working multiple jobs to meet ends. And this affects their self-concept by creating, this is a negative turned positive as it creates a sense of pride and hard work in our students. Next, we would like to speak about imposter syndrome. So due to the intersectionality of their marginalized identities, they feel as they're just a number on campus, which influences their sense of belonging, and often they develop imposter syndrome, which many people struggle with, but when you don't have the necessary skills or experiences, that makes that experience a little tougher for others, and they hold on tightly to that imposter syndrome, and it's hard to let go of sometimes. Some of their personal goals are to create career plans and establish a sense of direction. Some of these goals may be individualistic in nature, such as feeling the need to work hard and achieve the American dream and be a better version of themselves as a result of what their parents went through. And finding a job that offers them stability and also has some sort of prestige behind it. That's of high value, especially in collectivist cultures that put the need of the group over the individual. So those are some of their personal goals in career development. Lastly, we'd like to talk about their outcome expectations. Some of the goals may be conflicting for first generation college students, as their parents have had expectations for them to pursue, let's say, specific career paths or provide some sort of financial assistance for the family. And in addition to their career goals, their outcome expectations are their predictions of what might happen as a result of choosing a specific career opportunity. So just to give some perspective, for example, a first generation college student who has chosen biology as their major with the expectations that the major will lead to will lead them to pursue medical school. They are basing their career related decisions on faulty expectations regarding their being narrow-minded in their thinking of all the majors determining specific career paths. Biology majors don't necessarily need to go to med school, but that is a connection that they make, even though there's a plethora of opportunities with such majors such as biology.
Great. So next, we're just going to discuss more factors that impact our students' career development, which include the social cultural factors such as lack of familial support and financial stressors. So first generation college students' families lack knowledge in the college experience, which was mentioned previously, and this often results in an uninformed advice that's given to our first generation college students. So there's often a perceived notion that certain majors and career paths are better than others. And this results in first generation college students choosing difficult majors and careers that they often have not obtained academic strategies to be able to be successful in that coursework. Another factor that impacts college students is the financial stressors of first generation college students from low income households. So this often affects their ability to pursue supplementary educational experiences that increase their knowledge and abilities, especially those related to their potential career interests. So while in high school, these students often have to work part-time jobs or look after younger siblings, which prevents them from being able to participate in after-school programming that would expand their exposure to different career areas. So another thing that leads to this is the time constraints that are caused by the necessity of them working to support their families and meeting different survival needs. Next, an environmental factor includes first generation college students' exposure to different learning experiences. So as we've mentioned previously, these learning experiences really impact their decision making when it comes to formulating their career interests. So given the nature of being a first gen college student, they often lack social capital and professional networks, which affects their ability to gain learning experiences in a variety of career paths. So many first-gen college students in the EOF program at Ramapo come from under-resourced school districts that often had limited options when it came to career readiness and exploration. So these first-gen college students have a lack of experience in skill development and learning experiences, and some of this does stem from the high school in which they attended. So, for example, some high schools may not have exposed students to courses such as chemistry, which has an impact on students who are taking chemistry for the very first time while in college at Ramapo. So if one of our students at Ramapo feel that they have done poorly in their chem courses based on their underpreparedness from high school, they might avoid all jobs relating to this sector based on their negative experience. So this in turn does impact their perceptions and sense of career self-efficacy, which causes them to avoid all chemistry jobs. So all of these factors do impact our first year in college students' career development, which leads us to our proposal. So the purpose of our program is to expose students to multiple opportunities and career pathways. This is aimed to meet our first goal of reframing students' career expectations and awareness, and our second goal of better developing students' formulation of their career interests and choices. Another purpose of our program is to provide opportunities for students to explore their strengths and develop their skills. So this leads us to our goal of increasing their self-confidence and improve their self-concept, as well as our goal of increasing their self-efficacy. So we're proposing a program called Ramapo's EOF Mentorship and Career Development Program. So this program is designed to meet our goals by providing opportunities for students to explore their strengths and develop their skills while exposing them to multiple learning experiences and career pathways. So we are proposing a 2-year program that students are automatically placed into during their first semester. The first part of the program consists of a pre-program orientation where students will take the O-Net Interest Profiler to get their Holland Code, which is an essential part of our programming moving forward. Students can choose to start in the fall or spring semester of their freshman year. So if they start in the fall semester, then they'll have their pre-program orientation and training as an extensive 2-week orientation training. If they choose to start the program in the spring semester, then they'll have their training sessions occur bi-weekly throughout the fall semester of their freshman year. So these trainings aim to prepare students in becoming ready for the mentoring aspect of our program, which we'll mention in our next couple of slides. And some of these trainings do include career exploration, career research through different websites that focus on learning more about their different career interests, developing their elevator pitch and interviewing skills, professionalism, resume writing and cover letter, time management, and verbal and written communication.
To further expand on our program, after students receive their Holland Code, we pair students up with 3 different mentors in their interest areas related to their Holland Code results, which include realistic, investigative, artistic, social, enterprising, and conventional. And this is to help them gain a deeper understanding of the field and having a variety of experiences. So this will occur over the duration of 3 consecutive semesters, and each mentor will be matched with them based on one of their top 3 interests. So the mentor is currently working in an occupation that matches the student's Holland Code. For example, if the student's code is SEA, then for the first mentoring semester, they will be matched with the mentor whose occupation is primarily social. In the second semester, the mentor's occupation will be primarily enterprising, and third, artistic. So the mentorship pairs will complete the following activities to meet the program goals. And these include meeting once a week to work on career development, set career goals and identify strengths and opportunities to develop skills, engage in informational interviews with colleagues and connections, participate in a job shadowing day, provide information about their career journeys, and discuss networking strategies in their career field and how to find opportunities. And the main role of the mentors will be working professionals in different career paths. Okay, so to further expand on the description of our program, there is an internship component, and this will take place in the final semester in the program. It's a 12-week spring or summer internship with your chosen career field based on the Holland Codes. For year 2 participants in the program, so it is tailored toward this population in that second year. It does take place over 8 to 10 hours a week, and this equates to 96 to 120 hour requirement. And this is under the discretion of the student and mentor, so there is some flexibility. So students will have 2 options to complete this requirement. The goal is to expose students to different fields and provide them with a variety of experiences. So as you can see in timeline option 1, this option begins during the summer that the student enrolls. So during this time, students will have a 2-week intensive orientation that will set them up to start their first mentorship during the fall. This first mentorship will be centered around the student's 3rd Holland Code. Following successful completion of this, students will begin their second mentorship during the spring semester of their freshman year. This opportunity will be geared towards their 2nd Holland Code. After this, students will return in the fall semester to complete their last mentorship that's geared towards their 1st Holland Code. So these 3 mentorships are intended to help foster a sense of responsibility and create networking opportunities for students. Lastly, during the spring semester of year 2, students will participate in a 12-week internship program within their chosen career field. For timeline option 2, the second timeline option starts in the fall semester, where students will meet for orientation training every other week. This training assists them with understanding their Holland Code. The spring semester is set up for students to meet with their first mentor for the entire semester. The first mentor has a career in their 3rd highest interest of their Holland Code. Year 2 starts in the fall semester, where students meet with their second mentor with their second highest interest, and the following spring semester, they meet with their last mentor with their first highest interest of their Holland Code. After these mentorships are completed, students are ready to start their first internship in the summer semester of their second year.
So for our program, we have a variety of different personnel that will be incorporated to help the EOF students. So the personnel consists of a collaboration with campus and outside resources. This consists of the EOF program staff who will oversee the program to ensure that students are on track and that requirements are being met regularly with the relationship between the students and the mentors. Our career services will facilitate some trainings, aid in recruiting mentors from our community partners, local businesses, and employers. The Ramapo's Alumni Relations Department will aid in recruiting mentors that were also in the EOF program. And lastly is the Mahwah municipality. They will assist with local businesses and owners that are interested in mentoring for the EOF students. Our mentors will include alumni, those that are interested in getting involved and volunteering as mentors for the EOF students, staff, which is campus staff that are willing to serve as mentors, and community partners, which is local businesses and corporations that can provide mentorships and internship opportunities. Our evaluation plan is to utilize assessments to gauge students' progress towards our goals. At the end of each semester, students will take an assessment to gauge their self-concept, confidence, and self-efficacy. This will help the program leader see if the program goals are being met. They will be able to analyze and see trends in how students are feeling about their abilities and confidence in the career development process. We will give the same assessment every semester. The assessment we will use is the Career Decision Self-Efficacy Scale. At the end of the program, students will complete the NACE Career Competencies Self-Assessment to determine their progress in meeting the program goals. The budget for our program is to support our students once they get to the internship piece of the program. As a refresher, this internship occurs in the final semester the students are in the mentorship program. We are requesting funds to cover $1,000 per student that will act as an internship stipend. As we have mentioned previously, first-generation college students often experience financial barriers that affects their career development. By providing them with an internship stipend, they will be able to participate in this opportunity to increase their exposure to learning experiences that will support them in their career development and meeting our program's goals. The next part of our budget is requesting $150 to purchase the Career Decision Self-Efficacy Scale for 60 forms. Our dissemination plan. The implementation part is where the program will be required curriculum of the EOF program. The EOF advisor is the point of contact for this program. There will be an orientation for mentors, personnel, EOF, and off-campus stakeholders. The evaluation of the program, there will be a semesterly meeting with the stakeholders to review our growth and effectiveness of the program. Feedback from the students regarding internship sites and technology, and orientation effectiveness and mentor effectiveness. Some exceptions are students on academic probation, students who haven't met enough credits to fulfill throughout the program, and lastly, students who are not meeting basic EOF requirements, including but not limited to not meeting with advisor regularly. And then our last slide is our references.